Disya Tvayanushistoham Krustaschanugraho Mahan Apavrutai Karnarandrai Justadishtoshatir Giraha. Dischyatvananasistoham Kritaschanugraho Mahan Apavrutai Karnarandrai Justadishtoshatir Giraha. Translation: I have fortunately been instructed by you, and thus great favor has been bestowed upon me. I thank God that I have listened with open ears to your pure words. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Purport: Srila Rupa Goswami has given directions in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu on how to accept a bona fide spiritual master and how to deal with him. First, the desiring candidate must find a bona fide spiritual master, and then he must very eagerly receive instructions from him and execute them. This is reciprocal service. A bona fide spiritual master or saintly person always desires to elevate a common man who comes to him, because everyone is under the delusion of Maya and is forgetful of his prime duty, Krishna consciousness. A saintly person always desires that everyone become a saintly person. It is the function of a saintly person to invoke Krishna consciousness in every forgetful common man. Manu said that since he was advised and instructed by Kardam Muni, he was very much favored. He considered himself lucky to receive the message by oral reception. It is especially mentioned here that one should be very inquisitive to hear with open ears from the authorized source of the bona fide spiritual master. How is one to receive? One should receive the transcendental message by oral reception. The word Karnarandraihi means through the holes of the ears. The favor of the spiritual master is not received through any other part of the body but the ears. This does not mean, however, that the spiritual master gives a particular type of mantra through the ears in exchange for some dollars, and if the man meditates on that, he achieves perfection and becomes God within 6 months. Such reception through the ears is bogus. The real fact is that a bona fide spiritual master knows the nature of a particular man and what sort of duties he can perform in Krishna consciousness, and he instructs him in that way. He instructs him through the ear, not privately but publicly. You are fit for such and such work in Krishna consciousness. You can act in this way. One person is advised to act in Krishna consciousness by working in the deity's room. Another is advised to act in Krishna consciousness by performing editorial work. Another is advised to do preaching work. And another is advised to carry out Krishna consciousness in the cooking department. There are different departments of activity in Krishna consciousness, and a spiritual master, knowing the particular ability of a particular man, trains him in such a way that by his tendency to act, he becomes perfect. Bhagavad Gita makes it clear that one can attain the highest perfection of spiritual life simply by offering service according to his ability. Just as Arjuna served Krishna by his ability in the military art, Arjuna offered his service fully as a military man, and he became perfect. Similarly, an artist can attain perfection simply by performing artistic work under the direction of the spiritual master. If one is a literary man, he can write articles and poetry for the service of the Lord under the direction of the spiritual master. One has to receive the message of the spiritual master regarding how to act in one's capacity, for the spiritual master is expert in giving such instructions. This combination, the instruction of the spiritual master and the faithful execution of the instruction by the disciple, makes the entire process perfect. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura describes in his explanation of the verse in Bhagavad Gita, Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi, that one who wants to be certain to achieve spiritual success must take the instruction from the spiritual master as to what his particular function is. He should faithfully try to execute that particular instruction and should consider that his life and soul. The faithful execution of the instruction which he receives from the spiritual master is the only duty of a disciple, and that will bring him perfection. One should be very careful to receive the message from the spiritual master through the ears and execute it faithfully. That will make one's life successful. So very nice. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Ajnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamulam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikantah Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangulangayate Kirim Yatkrupa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So today we'll be seeing the verse. Very important topic. It is Karnarandraihi. The most significant word in today's verse is Karnarandraihi. So this importance of ears is very, very significant. How important is means even nothing works also, means other senses, eyes, mouth or hands, that's fine. But ear is very important for us when we want to progress in the spiritual life. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, whoever doesn't use their ears for Krishna Katha, for hearing Krishna Katha, that ear holes are nothing but snake holes. Nothing better than snake holes. They are just like the snake holes. Why? Because they're not used for the Krishna Katha, for hearing Krishna Katha. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that this Kali Yuga Sankirtana Yagnai Sankirtanai Praya Yajantihi Shumedasaha. So Yagna is the Sankirtana Yagna is very prominent. But Srila Prabhupada always emphasizes out of 9 process of devotional service, Shravanam is the topmost. Why? Because even in this Kali Yuga, Kirtanam will start only from hearing. When we hear from the spiritual master at the time of Diksha, then only our devotion starts. And Srila Sanatana Goswami said that our devotions, if there is no Diksha, if there is, here Diksha means not just superficially having a new name in front of Yagna, just taking the beads. No. Diksha means here, whole purport is telling that taking the mantra through the ears, not superficially, through the ears, taking to that, they're not only taking the mantra, but also the instruction of the Guru and taking that to the heart and soul and performing, executing it in order to please the spiritual master. Yasya prasadat bhagat prasado yasya prasadan nagadi kutopi. So when we follow such instruction as the heart and soul, Krishna will be very much pleased. So, but if you don't take it to the heart and soul, then that's it. Nagadi kutopi. No, we cannot even describe. There is no future at all. There is no benefit for that soul at all. So if we want to progress in our spiritual lives, we should try to take up the instructions through the years. We have to take it, or oral reception is very much needed, and we have to digest it and execute it properly. Otherwise, it is waste. We know that His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he understands the mood of the spiritual master, and without him saying itself, he could execute the desire of the Srila Prabhupada. So that's why His Holiness Jayapati Swami Guru Maharaj always considers him as the first class devotee. Without Srila Prabhupada saying itself, even if he raises the hand, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj knows that Srila Prabhupada wants something, either water or it is so hot or something. He can understand Srila Prabhupada's mind. That is the greatness of a pure devotee, a first class devotee. So even when we are reading the glories of Lord Sri Ramachandra, recently we celebrated his this Ramanavami. At that time, out of 6, he has 60 qualities. Krishna has 64 qualities, right? So Vishnu Tattva has 60 qualities. Out of 60 qualities, there are 6 prime qualities that were mentioned by Vaishampayana Muni to Janamejaya, which was earlier told by Valmiki ji. So there he mentioned, out of that prime 6 qualities, this one quality Srila Ramchandra has. When Vishwamitra or Vasistha are saying that, if suppose they are saying that just look there, just look at the bow, Shivadanas, or just look at that person. So not only just looking that person or bow, but Ramachandra ji can understand the mood and intention of the spiritual master. There, when we saw in Sita Kalyana episode, not only seeing the bow, he lifted it, he tried to tie it, and he broke it also. So that is the perfection of a disciple. So at least, even we are not in that level, at least whatever we hear, we have to execute it properly. Even though we have any obstacles or anything, we should try at least to our capacity, to our capability. Then Lord will be very much pleased. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha, or tadami buddhi yogantam yenamam upayantite. So even though we are not qualified, buddhi yoga will be presented, will be blessed by the Supreme Lord to us, so that we can reach him without any distractions. So those are the very important points. And here, this whole episode is the conversation from the last chapters. It is the conversation between Swayambhav Manu and Kardam Muni. See here, Swayambhav Manu, in this chapter, from the beginning of this chapter, he is glorifying Brahmanas, he is glorifying Kardam Muni. How humbly he is glorifying, we can understand. Swayambhav Manu is not at all an ordinary person. In fact, we can say that he is a greater personality in the sense, if you see 12 Mahajanas, there is the name of the Manu, but there is no name of Kardam Muni. But he has such a great respect towards the Brahmanas. And not only that, Swayambhav Manu, how much great means, in his dynasty, Lord appeared again and again in various forms. Here we know that Kapila Dev, his partial incarnation, Supreme Lord's partial incarnation, has appeared in the dynasty of Swayambhav Manu. So such a exalted personality, very humbly asking and very humbly saying that, I am very happy to hear your instructions with open ears. So he's saying that I'm not hearing your instruction just superficially, but wholeheartedly I am taking your instructions. He is very humbly admitting that. But when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, usually due to the influence of Kali, we used to sleep, we used to get distracted, we don't pay attention. but we cannot utilize the opportunity. This Srimad Bhagavata Seva, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. It is a media to welcome the Lord into our hearts. Srimad Bhagavatam is a perfect media. If we can hear attentively from the bona fide resources, Lord will be established in our hearts. Takshanat. Sushrusha is takshanat. That is the very important. Immediately. No lagging, not 100 years of tapasya. No, not like that. Because Lord likes Srimad Bhagavatam. It is always the glorification of only 3 subject matters. What is that? Devotee, devotional service, and the Supreme Lord. Bhakta, Bhagavan, Bhakti. Only these 3 topics are the subject matters in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Lord likes all these 3. He likes, of course, himself. He likes the process of devotional service because she is Srimati Radharani, and also devotees, his pure devotees. So there is no difference. All absolute. These 3 are in the absolute platform. So he likes. That's why he immediately established in the heart immediately. One time, Gaur Govind Maharaj told one story. There is one drunkard. He has his liquor bottle. So he said that the liquor bottle is smelling bad. So he felt that, and he wants to wash. He took to the lakes, he washed. He took to the waterfalls, he washed. He took to the holy rivers, he washed. But still, that smell is coming. He is not understanding why. Why? Because he is not opening the bottle and washing. Just he is washing on the top and top. So when in the same way, we are not washing our contaminated minds and hearts. Just we are washing like our daily bath. We are taking superficial bath, but not internal bath. Then sometimes in our Bhakti Rikshas also, we hear some people, some devotees are saying that, Mataji, I am chanting from past 5 years, 6 years, but I have still anger at my heart. Still I have so much passion. Why I am not having any difference? Why? Because it is all, we are taking superficial bath or internal bath, complete bath. It is up to us how we are taking. If we are just like this liquor bottle, we are washing, even 100 times we wash, the smell will still coming. Yeah, in the same way, if we don't hear attentively and if we don't take to the heart, no use, no transformations. And also, of course, there are some other factors also. When we are doing offenses also, we cannot find the spiritual progress no matter how much ever we are doing. So these offenses, these improper hearing, all these are like holes in the bucket. No matter how many years we are trying to fill the buckets, we will not get the result because there is a constant leakage. Our piety is getting leaked. So we are losing our piety and we are not able to use our piety properly. And also one time, His Grace Atul Krishna Prabhu said a wonderful analogy. Suppose we are trying to help, we are trying to uplift someone, and but suppose we are trying to protect someone or not trying to protect. If we want to if we want to kill some enemy, okay, this is the correct example. If you want to kill some enemy, but if he is strongly protected with armor, like Karna has a strong armor. So unless his armor is broken, he cannot be killed. Or unless he removes himself that armor, then only he will be killed. In the similar way, when we want to change some personality, if we want to bring transformation in someone, if they are covered with a strong Maya armor, we cannot. So they have to open themselves. Their ears should be opened at least. Then only we can bring the transformation. Otherwise, it is very difficult. So then one time Srila Prabhupada was asked by some devotee, Okay, Srila Prabhupada was telling about this hearing only. Okay, Srila Prabhupada, Arjuna heard Srimad Bhagavad Gita very attentively, whole half an hour or 18 minutes, whatever it is. Then from Sakshat Krishna himself, then why still when Abhimanyu was killed in the battle, why he was lamenting? He heard attentively. He is a very wonderful devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. There is no fault in the speaker. There is no fault in the receiver. Then why still Arjuna lamented? Then Srila Prabhupada said that, see, devotees are not stone-hearted. They have emotions. So as a soft-hearted person, and out of his material or any compassion, even he has material compassion also, he was having spiritual emotions also. Out of all these, he was expressing his emotion while he lost his son Abhimanyu. But later on, he did not stop his duty. He did not become a mendicant. He did not renunciant, or he did not express his anger towards the Supreme Lord. No, he accepted it. But for the moment, he expressed his emotions. Okay, but not, it is not to a level that he left everything and committed suicide or something like that. No, he just for that moment, he felt his separation and then he carried his duty. So this is the quality of the devotees. They know that they completely conscious of, they are in the Brahmabhuta platform. They are completely conscious of the soul. And they are not these bodies, they are the souls. So here we should also, affection is allowed, but not sentiment or anything. Affection is allowed even amongst the devotees. Otherwise, how can we develop emotions for Krishna? We cannot. That's why many Matajis, they can easily shed tears for Krishna. Srila Prabhupada said that because they are emotionally intelligent, their emotions are very deep, their expressions are very solid, very strong, because they're soft-hearted, much soft-hearted than the men. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. So always devotees should develop that very soft nature personality, not to be hard-hearted. It's not like they don't cry for Krishna. They should not. No, they are having emotions. They're not like Jada, even though they are spiritually enlivened. So in that way, we can transform the devotees. If we when we are trying to help other personalities, they should be able to willing to hear to us. Otherwise, there is no use. That's why it's not like we can preach to certain high class people or intelligent people, or sometimes these preachers were asked. One time, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj was being asked, whom should we preach? We should preach to the educated people, or we should preach to the villagers? We should preach to the college students? Which is the best preaching? Then Maharaj said that whoever is ready to hear you, you preach to them. There is no discriminations like that. So it is all about who is willing to open their ears for you. Then they have the complete qualification to be preached. So we should look for such kind of souls. And when we, there is one more story, nice story. This was told by Gaurang Prabhuji. Yeah, I don't know. Even in his lecture, he did not mention the reference. There is one brother for Ambarish Maharaj. His name is Paparaj. He is a very, very sinful person. He is not like Ambarish Maharaj. He is very sinful person. Then one time Narad Muni went and met Paparas and said that even a moment, he said that if at all you happen to meet Yamaras, you tell him that if any person by good fortune, if they have the association, even a very minute association of a pure devotee, then they will go to Vaikuntha. Then he is very sinful. He did not understand anything and he did not even pay attention to those lines. He just forgot everything and he was continuing his sinful activities, this Paparas. So obviously, Yamaraj and Yama soldiers are waiting for him when they can catch him. So at that time, on a fine day, they all took him to Yamaraj. Then he remembered on that day, on some particular day, Srila Narada Muni said that a small moments of association of a pure devotee will take him to Vaikuntha. Then he remembered. Then he said that to Yamaraj also. See, on the day I have the association of Narad Muni, but how come I came to Yamloka? Then, maybe. Then I don't know even reason, but you have to come here, so we brought. Then they went, no. The Narad Muni is a great person. How come he told I'm not supposed to come here? Okay, let me take you to Brahmaji. Then they asked Brahmaji. Yeah, correct only. Then even I don't know the solution. Okay, let's go to Lord Shiva. Then they all went, even Lord Shiva could not find the solution. They all came to Lord Narayana. So at that time, Lord Narayana, seeing all of them, Brahma, Shiva, Paparas, with many other demigods, he smiled and said that, yes, he doesn't need to go back to the Yamalok. He has all qualifications. He will stay here. That's what Narada Muni said, that whoever has a moment association, and on that day, even though he did not care for those words, he heard nicely. Now he is having the faith on those words. Now he has all qualification to stay in Vaikuntha and to come to the Vaikuntha with all the demigods. He achieved all the eligibility. So even for us also, if we attentively hear the instructions of the spiritual master, and if we attentively hear these scriptures, and if we have faith and execute them properly, then we will have all qualifications. We can acquire all qualifications to go back to Godhead. So this Bhagavata Shravana is very, very important. Even sages hanker to hear from such bona fide resources. When we saw Parikshit Maharaj was told for 7 days and 7 nights this Srimad Bhagavatam by Sukadeva Goswami, all the sages, there are many jnanis, many tapasvis, there are many people, and along with them, the such great, pure, exalted devotees like Narada Muni are also there. Sota Goswami was there. So they were hankering to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam again and again when the speaker is qualified from a bona fide speaker. So like that, it's not like one time we are hearing, 2 times we are hearing. Again and again, we can relish this Srimad Bhagavatam. And when the speaker is bona fide and when the listener is perfect, he was hearing perfectly, then the listener will impregnate. That means if father is potent and mother is healthy, how a perfect baby will be entered, will take birth in the womb. He will enter. A very nice child will be ready. In the same way, when the speaker is bona fide and when the listener is obedient and attentive, that impregnation of bhakti will happen immediately, and we'll have all eligibilities to carry the Supreme Lord in our hearts. Hare Krishna. With this, I will conclude. If there are any questions, You can post in the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya group. Nowadays, I'm not seeing any messages. If you have any questions, you can post.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
We would like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. We would like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Nrsingo, Jai Nrsingo, Jai Jai Nrsingo, Praladesha, Jaya Padma Padma Lingam, Ugravira Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatmukam, Nasintam Vishnu Namiham. नरसिंह भगवान की जय, महाराज की जय. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavinda ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Premanande Hari Hari.
Thank you so much, Kalindi Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hari Bol.